In this video, we're going to look at my top 3 laptops under $500. Let's get into it. Hey, what's up guys? So based on feedback from previous videos, I decided to do 3 slightly different categories this time. One with focus on gaming and one with focus on more portability and battery life. Last one, we're going to look at my favorite 2-in-1 laptop. So not all of these are focused on gaming first in mind, and this is something that you want to be aware of. With that said, let's first look at my personal first choice for gaming. So after some major digging, I finally ended up with this Dell Inspiron 15, a 7570 laptops, got a 15.6 1920 by 1080 Full HD IPS display, got an Intel Core i5-8250U processor, 8GB of RAM and 1TB hard drive, so there's plenty of space for games. Lastly, we got the Nvidia GeForce 940MX with 4GB of VRAM. Now we know that CPUs rarely become a bottleneck in laptop these days, so what that means is that you don't want to focus too much on that. Instead, we want to look for the best possible performing graphics card, and at $500 this is a challenge. $500 is a tricky category as most gaming machines comes in at around $600 to $650 So I want to be open and honest here. For $500 there are a few shortcuts we gonna have to take, as you typically want to spend a slight bit more to reach the best bang for the buck laptop for gaming. That being said, if you're just looking to play less demanding games such as classic WoW, Fortnite, CSGO, Overwatch and Rocket League or League of Legends, you're gonna be fine here. Now the highest performing dedicated GPU that is available on the market right now for around $500 is the Nvidia 940MX, and this GPU basically outperforms pretty much any integrated graphics from Intel and AMD Ryzen. It actually performs pretty good in games, and as you can see, for esport games it's doing pretty alright. Just be aware of the fact that you might have to tweak the settings a bit to achieve the smooth 60 FPS golden standard. To make things slightly more complicated, there is at least 4 different 940MX models available based on 2 different GPUs, GM107 or the GM108. Dell is using the latter, which is using the faster GDDR5 memory, which is good. That said, 940MX also comes with 2 different number of CUDA cores or shaders, 384 or 512, whereas the latter is performing better in games. With that all said, Dell has fitted this laptop with the one with 384 CUDA cores. Again, at this budget there are shortcuts we gonna have to take in order to reach the best possible performance and to stay on budget. So for $529 you're getting lots of performance here, such as the 8th Gen Core i5-8250U, and U stands for ultra low voltage, so it does pretty good in terms of battery performance. Also, the 8th Gen Core i5 received a few updates over the 7th generation. For example, we got 2 extra cores and a higher turbo frequency of 3.4 GHz. Now, thanks to Intel's high IPC or instructions per cycle, it matches up the Nvidia 940MX very nicely. In terms of panel, we're looking at a IPS Full HD display together with the 940MX with 4 gigs worth of VRAM and 8 GB of system memory, which is enough for pretty much any game out there. You have the option of upgrading to 32 gigs if you wanted to. And in terms of storage, we're getting a 1TB hard drive. Now, $500 is a weird category for gaming laptops. Typically at around $600 to $700 you're getting pretty good performance, but at $500 for the most part we have some shortcuts we need to take in order to stay on budget. This particular laptop, for example, has been opened before. It looks like new, but it has been used, and according to Amazon it comes with the original box with items being sealed, etc. To me, this is the best deal for its price right now. You can find more information down below. If you're willing to spend a bit more, I also linked up even faster machine down there also if you're looking to play slightly more demanding games. With that said, let's move on to portability. So if you're traveling a lot, looking for a laptop you want to bring to school or on commute, something that you can bring on the go basically, you want to look for something lightweight. In that case, I highly recommend this one from Acer. It's got the perfect balance between hardware performance, battery life, mobility and build quality. Again, we got a similar 8th generation Core i5-8265U processor. Again, gen ultra low voltage with 2 additional cores over the last gen i5 and up to 3.9 GHz. We're getting 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs PCIe NVMe SSD, so super fast read and access speeds on this machine. Another benefit with NVMe drives, in opposite to spinning hard drives, is that it makes the laptop lighter and quieter also. In terms of display, we're getting an IPS 15.6 1920 by 1080p display with the Intel UHD graphics 640. In terms of I/O, we're getting plenty of that. For example, we got USB 3.1 Type-C, wireless network supporting the latest AC standard, we got backlit keyboard, a fingerprint reader, and up to 9.5 hours of battery life. All of that for $509 and you can find more information about it down in the description. And lastly, we got this one from Lenovo. It's their Flex 14 2-in-1 convertible laptop series. Right now this is on sale. It's about $50 over our budget, but if you can afford to spend just a slight bit more on this one, it is definitely worth it. In terms of specs, we're getting a 14-inch Full HD display with touchscreen support, of course. We got the latest AMD Ryzen 5 3500U processor with AMD's latest Zen 2 architecture. In terms of specs here, we get a 2.1 base and a boost of 3.7 GHz, and cooped up together with the Radeon Vega 8 graphics, 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB NVMe SSD again, and so Windows will boot up in just a matter of seconds. And the pen you see on screen is also included. The cool thing about 2-in-1 laptops is that you can easily transform this from a laptop to a tablet. Again, slightly over budget guys, $550, but if you can afford it, it is definitely worth the extra $50, and you can find more information about it down below. Those of you that are looking for a beefier laptop, I'm going to make a video on that as well very soon. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, you have an awesome day, right? Bye.